going on, everybody? It's your girl CjFree, and I'm back up in this thing like, whoa. Okay, so today I'm going to be letting y'all know which MPC I like the best. I have the MPC KEY 61, I have the MPC X, and I have the MPC Live 2, and I'm going to be comparing them, and I'm going to talk about a couple of different categories, and I'm going to give each one a point. So whichever one wins the round gets the point. And at the end of the video, I'm gonna just total it up, and that'll tell y'all which one I like the best. That's what we're gonna do. It's not all super technical. We ain't talking specs. We ain't talking all that other stuff. It's gonna be real light, real fun, real cool. All right? Okay. So I'm not gonna hold y'all long. Just a couple of updates. If you're not in the Discord, don't know where you're at. Shout out to everybody in the Discord, and I want to give a special shout out to everybody that's been rocking with me for a minute. Like, I still be seeing comments from people that was commenting way back when my footage wasn't even this clear, you know. So I just appreciate all of what I'm gonna call the day ones from the beginning, and I really appreciate y'all for hanging around. And to all my new subscribers, what up though? How you live? I appreciate having y'all too. All right, so the links to everything that I'll talk about, my podcast, my clothing company, all of that's in the description below. So make sure y'all check out them links, because y'all go right in the comments. So y'all be like, where's that? It's in the description. So check all them links out. I put everything there. And lastly, if you haven't been to CjFreeKits.com, that's where you can get your MPC Squad merch. Shout out to everybody repping the merch. Shout out everybody that's purchasing and repping the merch, sending the pictures. I'm gonna have to post these pictures, man. That y'all send me the pictures, and I'll be posting them everywhere. I'm gonna post them on this YouTube. I'm gonna find a couple to put them up here. So I appreciate y'all supporting the squad merch. I do have a MPC. I have a couple of MPC courses over there. I have one for beginners, and I just dropped one called MPC Gems that got a whole bunch of like tips and tricks that people want to know how I do certain things. You can get that over there. So head to CjFreeKits.com. Now, without further ado, let's get into this video. All right. So like I said, we're going to keep it nice and light. So we got the MPC KEY. How I'm going to do this? The MPC KEY, or should I start this way? Let's start this way. The MPC KEY 61. And we got the MPC X. And we got the MPC Live 2. Okay? Now, let's start with category workflow. Okay? So, with the workflow with the MPC KEY 61, of course, it speeds up my workflow like I can't even believe, right? My workflow is similar to Chop Squad DJ. If you watch him, he plays keys, he gets on the pads, he plays the drums on the pads. You watch Zaytoven, my workflow is similar to his as well. He plays keys, then he gets on the pads, plays drums. That's my workflow. So to have the keys and the drums in one machine, you really can't beat that. Like for me, this is me and my workflow. Don't know what yours is like. This is me and my workflow. I can't beat that, right? I really can't ask for nothing else. And I'm not buying nothing else. But I can't ask for nothing else, right? So that's the MPC KEY. When it comes to it, it's on point. Now let's talk about the MPC X. I love my workflow with the MPC X. Now, everything I'm talking about is in it, how it relates to me, not about what y'all got going on. So note that. Don't get in there my comments talking about technically. This is all about how I use this stuff. I forgot to put that in there. Okay. So I use my MPC X with my Roland FA06. Now, I can hook up the Roland FA06 with the Live, and I can hook it up with this board as well, with the MPC KEY 61 as well. However, I like the flow that I've already built with the Roland and the MPC X. I love my Roland keyboard. And y'all like, oh my God, you love more than one keyboard. It's like, yes, it's not against the law, people. But I actually love my Roland keyboard. I love it so much that I'm actually upgrading to the new FA06. So this one that I currently have is up for sale. I'm thinking about keeping it. So if somebody don't buy it before I decide if I'm gonna keep it or not, I'm gonna keep it because I love it. I actually love my keyboard. I love the way it feels. I love the workflow. I just love the sequencer in the MPC. And the X allows me to, sequence very well. So I'm able to use the Roland FA06, use the sounds in the FA06, route them through the MPC X, and with a touch of a button, I can flip it and then use the sounds in the MPC X. And I can use it on the same, in the same song session that I'm working on. So I can have some sounds from both coming in. And like I said, you can do that with the other ones as well. But I just like the flow because I actually do love my Roland keyboard. And I just like the way that's set up. That's it. Let's talk about the MPC Live 2. Now, if you don't know, I had the MPC Live 1 and I upgraded to the MPC Live 2. I actually love my MPC Live 2. And the workflow on that, I can do the same thing. I can hook my MPC Live 2 up to the Roland and do the same thing. But what I love about it is I can take my MPC Live 2 and take a small MIDI keyboard and I can go like sit in my bed and accomplish the same thing that I can accomplish right here in the lab. And I love that. Like, I don't have to sit in a chair. I don't have to come in the lab. I can literally, just sit there with my MPC Live 2, get a MIDI, a small MIDI keyboard, which is like the, I use the Native Instruments MK32. And I also have the Akai, what is it? I always mess that, MPK Mini. And I'm able to accomplish that right in the comfort of my bed. Just right there. Right there. The same workflow. So, yeah. So I'm going to have to say, out of all those examples and out of all those workflows, which is similar in each one, I'm going to give this round to the MPC KEY 61. I'm going to give it, I can't beat it. You can't beat it. So I'm going to give the workflow round to the MPC KEY 61. All right. So that's what we got with that. All right. The next one we're going to talk about, I always talk about the buttons because they're important to me. We're going to talk about the buttons, which kind of goes with workflow, but we're going to talk about buttons. So first off, we start with the MPC KEY 61. I think that the amount of buttons that the MPC KEY 61 has is perfect. It's not too many, and it's not too less. That's not the right word, but it's not too many and it's not too less. That's not right, but we're rocking with it. It's just enough. It's just enough. It is everything you need. I cannot think of a button that I'm like, dang, I wish it had a such and such button. It has it. It has it. And then with the second feature, like if you hit shift and hit it or double click it, like it's everything is right there. And I love the feel of the buttons too. Everything is right there. So I have no complaints with that. So let's move on to the MPC X. Now, y'all already know the MPC X is loaded with buttons. And I specifically love that. The more buttons, the merrier. And the thing with the MPC X, even though it has a lot of buttons, it's not like it's just you get confused. Like, I know exactly what's going on. When I first got it, I was just like, woof, because I was coming from the Live to the X. But once I got it, man, I was, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was typing, you know what I'm saying? And don't forget, on all of them, you can use touchscreen. So, but I love the buttons, and I especially love the Q-links. You get 16, you get 16 Q-link knobs on the MPC X. I love that. And then it has the little info screen above it, similar to the 8 that you get on the Akai Force. We ain't even talking about my Akai Force. We ain't even throw that in there, but we ain't gonna talk about that today. But I love that. I love the buttons. I love that speeds up my workflow when I'm using that. I love it. I love it. So let's talk about the MPC Live. The MPC Live does not have that many buttons because it's just a box. You don't want to put that many buttons on it. So the way that they have it is real nice. And they changed it and added a couple more from the MPC Live to the MPC Live 2. I keep forgetting to say MPC Live 2. But they changed it a little bit from the MPC Live to the MPC Live 2. I think they added a couple of more different buttons, but it's still not cluttered. You know, it's not cluttered. It's real good. It's real nice. And then we use the double tap feature, and you can use the alternate functions. I mean, once you learn it, you gone. It's not like you missing something. You see what I'm saying? It's like, it's dope. You get your flow, you'll be speeding through that just like anything else. So when it comes to this round, as far as dedicated buttons and buttons, but as far as this round goes, I'm going to give this round to the MPC X. I'm giving this round to the MPC X because I love all them buttons. You even got a number pad, like it's 1, 2, 3. You could just type your tempo, but you can do that on the screen. But I'm just saying, I like the buttons. I'm giving this round to the MPC X. All right. Next category, we're going to talk about like traveling. If I needed to travel, if I needed to come up out the house and I needed to either get on a plane to a session or I needed to, go do something. Let's talk about travel. We're going to start with the MPC KEY. Now, I love the fact that I could put this in a case. And if I needed to travel on a plane, I could put this in a case, get this bad boy checked, and that's it. I wouldn't have to bring an extra drum machine. I won't have to do anything. All I would need is this keyboard. You see what I'm saying? You probably get a laptop and an audio interface and your book bag roll. But all I would have to pack is this. I don't have to pack an extra board. I don't have to pack anything because everything is just in one swipe, right? Can't beat that. So when it comes to travel, if I had a gig, I could take it. If I needed to travel like out of state, I could take it. One case. Done. Let's talk about the MPC X. Now, because I have multiple, I wouldn't travel with my MPC X. But like, let's say all I have was my MPC X. I have seen some nice cases, like travel cases for the MPC X, like for real. And that could probably be a carry-on. I don't even think that could be, I think you could get that on there with a carry-on. You might have to get it checked, but I don't know because I never tried it. But I think you can get that as a carry-on. So if I considered like having a keyboard, I would have to pack a little mini keyboard somewhere else. But it won't be that bad. But for those who don't need a MIDI keyboard, you can use Pad Perform, or maybe however your style is. You could just get one of them banging cases. There was some nice cases. I might try to find a picture and throw it up here and throw a couple of pictures. But I've seen some nice cases. So it's not like you can't travel with your MPC X. So I can't rule that like out. I just wouldn't do it because I have options. Now we're talking about the MPC Live 2. Now, you can throw your MPC Live 2 in a book bag. And the book bag I got fits it with the hard deck saver case on top of it to keep it from like smashing the buttons in the screen. And I'm able to put a small MIDI keyboard. So if I wanted to put my MPK Mini, I hope I'm saying this right because I really don't be using it like that, but I could put that inside the bag as well, throw the book bag on my back, and I got everything I need. Now that specific book bag that I have, I could put my laptop in there, I could put an audio interface, I could put a lot of stuff in there, but I have everything I need to go. So, and that definitely is a darn carry-on because I did a carry-on with that. I actually did go out of state with it as a carry-on in my book bag. Anytime I go, like I pack that live. Anytime I leave, I pack that live in a small board. So this round for travel convenience, we definitely gonna go with the MPC Live. I mean, not even if I'm like trapped, like if I wanted to just go to the park, I could just take the MPC Live too. So this round goes to the MPC Live 2. All right. So this last category is sounds. Now, when I bought the MPC KEY 61, of course, all of the plugins came with it, right? It came with it. Now, Akai, which I didn't know until I was messing around that night when I got it, allows you to use that license on your desktop and one other device or two other devices. I can't remember. But because I have the MPC Live 2 and the MPC X, I was able to use that same license for my MPC Key 61 and load up my MPC X and my MPC Live with all of the plugins. So all three of them have the same plugins. You see, like it has all of the bells and the whistles. So when it comes to sounds, I'm not missing out. I'm not missing out. All three of them is loaded up and ready to go. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? It has the same firmware. So, you know, if I wanted to update, expand the whole thing, like I could do all of that with all three. So when it comes to sounds, I'm not losing on none of them. So I'm giving all three of them a point for this round. Okay, so if we look at it and we look at the total for everything, I love them all. I know you like, CJ, you did not send me through all that to say I love them all. But this is what I be trying to say in the comments. So now I just got a video to back it up because I always get asked which one I like better. And here you go. I love them all for all different reasons. They all serve me and serve a purpose for a specific reason. So now I have a video to just tag people. Hey, go check out the video of which one I like the best because I love them all. They are great machines. And like I said, I always buy something that's going to work for me in some way or another. Sometimes I buy gear because I want it. But so far, I've just been buying gear because it serves a purpose for me in some type of way. And this is, you know, my thoughts on that. Yeah, I'm not going to keep it up. We're going to get up out of here. Okay? So hopefully y'all like this video. Thank y'all for tuning in. And if you made it this far, I appreciate you. All right? I ain't going to hold y'all no further. So make sure you check out all the links in the description. Give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. I'm bringing more videos. All right? And until next time, holla front, holla back. Peace. It is an outlet for me. If I don't, we was talking about this in the Discord as well. If I don't make music for a while, I get irritated. So you know how when you get hungry and you get an attitude, I don't know if that's just women or is it men too. It's probably everybody. I don't know. But I get an attitude if I'm too hungry. Like nothing matters. I need to eat. That's how I am if I don't create. If I don't make music, I have that same attitude. So I need that outlet to be able to release.